Yo guys, what's up? Caroline here and welcome back to another video on the channel. As you guys can see, we're an Ultimate Team and today we're going to be trying something different. It's something I haven't done in a few FIFAs. It is going to be a squad builder video. So just showing you guys my team, my tactics, the formations I use and how to play in the Elite Division basically, because I know there's a lot of people that come from Division 1, get into Elite Division and get absolutely hammered because most of these people play as though they've never touched grass in their life. So just going to be a video to help out those guys, also just to try and have some fun in the division because I know that is pretty rare these days. So yeah, getting into the video, you guys can see just filling in my team. In goals I've brought Red, Allison, and at right back I've gone and picked up Ashraf Hakimi. He's pretty cheap now, only goes for around 200k. When it comes down to the centre backs, I do have Shapeshifters Kyle Walker that I packed out of the 85 plus times 20, as well as Team of the Year Ruben Diaz. I do also have Flashback Joe Gomez, who I like a lot, but I feel like Walker and Diaz are better than him. In the left back slot, we are going to go with the boy Team of the Year, Joao Cancelo. I've played a lot of games with these people. I packed them during Team of the Year, over 1,000 games with both of these cards, so really useful in my team. They've been there basically since December, so yeah. When it comes down to the midfield positions, in centre mid, I'm going to play Vieira. And well, the other position, CDM position in the team is going to be Flashback Alexander Arnold. This card is very good. I did make a video on him. If you want to see that, you can. There is a video somewhere in the channel. And yeah, so in the midfield is Alexander Arnold and Vieira. And that cam position, I'm going to have the Shapeshifters Kimpembe, the 92 rated version, the cam version. He is honestly pretty good, especially as a box-to-box centre mid, so you can get him if you want to. In my opinion, he's worth the 10 tokens, well, better worth for the 10 tokens than the 95 rated is for the 27. With that being said, the two striker positions in my team, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up. It is going to be 92 rated Fernando Torres, as you guys will see now. 92 rated moments, Fernando Torres. I did his SBC. I had him earlier on in the year. I bought him when he was about 400k and I absolutely loved him. So when this SBC dropped, it was a no-brainer for me to do. In the other striker position, it is going to be Moments Kaká. I did get this card again when the SBC dropped. So yeah, really good player. Really good SBC to do, and I did it before he expired. With that being said, this is the team that I use in the Elite Division. And to be honest, it's not that great considering the other teams that you see in the Elite Division. Even in lower divisions like 1 and 2, some of the teams are absolutely ridiculous. So this is a good team, it is a pretty good team, but like I said, there are better teams in the Elite Division. The custom tactics, I use 4-on-2-on-2 narrow. This is my formation, it has been since FIFA 17. And I play with 45 width, pressure on heavy touch, and 60 depth defending. I can use the 60 depth because I have Walker. If you don't have fast centre backs, I do recommend you use 50 depth, but just because I like to have my team high up the pitch so that I can press high up, win the ball back and go forward, I have them on 60. When it comes down to the offense, I have build-up play on fast build-up and chance creation on balance, so I can manually trigger those runs that I want them to make, whether I want them to run in behind or come short or just play however they want to play and leave the players basically to make their own runs. When it comes down to the positions, you guys can see in a 4-1-2-1-2, my back four, obviously Vieira at the CDM position, he's a medium high. I do recommend whatever you guys play at CDM has to be a medium high in terms of medium attacking work rate and high defensive work rates. In the midfield, I've got Alexander Arnold and Kimpembe. Cam is Jack Grealish, and up top I've gone with Kaká and Fernando Torres, but you guys will notice later on I do change it to Ronaldo instead of Kaká just for that extra finishing. You guys saw some of the instructions that I use on the cards. You guys can rewind and have a look at it if you want to. I did go through all of them, so like I said, if you want to see it, you guys can rewind and have a look. With that being said, let's get straight into the gameplay highlights with this team in the Elite Division, see how it goes, and hopefully we can get some wins. So guys, heading into the first game that we are going to play, this guy has got a very strange team. He's got a good team, Moments Cruyff, Moments Royce, Potem Mbappe. Of course he has Potem Mbappe, everyone has Potem Mbappe in this division, and it really pisses me off. But anyway, Potem Mbappe, and for some reason he's got Gold Tellers at left back. But anyway, it is time to get into the match and see what we can do. So straight off the bat here, 2 minutes in, we intercepted with Alexander Arnold. He gets it into Kaká, takes the touch, smashes it past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Brilliant finish, just intercepting the ball there with Trent. playing it off to Kaká, and we get the ball, go for the shot across goal, and we end up scoring. Not much long afterwards though, probably about 10 minutes later in game, this guy gets the ball, it's a good turn, and we are completely split at the back because I decided to run at him with Ruben Diaz. Aggressive defending there, and it's cost us because he turns, he's aware of where Nkunku is, and we end up conceding. Moving on to the next clip, we're going to try and press this guy with Hakimi it is. I'm not sure why the name isn't coming out, but we get it into Kaká, chip it over the top to Fernando Torres. If that pass is on the ground, it's not going to work because you guys see he plays it directly at the defender, but because it's in the air, obviously the defender is not going to jump that high, it's not Peter Crouch, so he is not able to get to it, and it just curves perfectly into the path of Torres, first time volley, and we get a goal. On to the next clip here, we intercept the pass with Alexander-Arnold, played into Vieira, Cancelo runs down the line, back into Alexander-Arnold, and we move it on to Jack Grealish, and unfortunately we lose connection in this game, but luckily we were winning, we were in the lead, so we do get the win. Moving on to the second game of this video, it is going to be a pretty sweaty team. This guy's got end of era Bale, Shapeshifters Marcelo, Shapeshifters Hazard. Unfortunately on the PS5 version there isn't much time to look at the team, so if you guys want you can go back and have another look at it. But like I said, it's got a pretty good team, almost Vieira as well, so hopefully you can come away with a victory in this game. So, heading into the first clip, this guy plays a pass over to Vieira. He's through on goal with Bale. I just assume he's going to cut it back to Leao, and he does, so I take Walker across. He can't get the shot away first time, and by the time he cuts inside, Ruben Diaz is next to Alisson to make the block. We go forward with Grealish, unfortunately we lose it. We can't make the pass out to Kaká, but Kimpembe wins it back. Grealish pops it out to Alexander-Arnold, gets it into Kimpembe. We can chip it over Marcelo, get it into Grealish. A bit of space, we're just going to go for the finesse, and what a finesse shot it is. Right into the top corner, no keeper's going to save that. And I know sometimes in this division, people will get the ball and they'll turn and dribble and pass and pass and dribble and pass and dribble. But every now and then you are going to get a little bit of space, and why not just have a hit as I did there, and sometimes it will find the top corner as we literally did there. Here we lose it to Alexander-Arnold. This guy plays a good pass over with Bale. We read it, switch to Ruben Diaz and get it back. Unfortunately we lose it again. Cafu wins it back, and he's probably going to make that pass into the gap to find Leao. I read it with Ruben Diaz and just take it back, and we manage to make the interception. Moving on to the next clip here, it clips the heel of Vieira, comes out to Torres, good dribbling, keeps it, gets it into Grealish. Just going to try and keep the ball and wait for a passing option here, get into the box, cut it back, and Torres unfortunately hits it straight at the goalkeeper, but good dribbling there from Grealish. They're waiting for Torres to make the run. Once we got into the box, I triggered that run so he gets into the box, into space in the box, and we end up not scoring. But this guy does end up scoring not much afterwards. Unfortunately, just plays the pass through, splits our defense. We were open from the counter attack from the corner, and we end up conceding. Here, I assume he's going to make that pass. I had a look at the map, I saw it was Marcelo running there, so I switched to Ruben Diaz, and I covered that gap. Some brilliant passing there going forward, some tiki-taka, gets it into Cancelo, no pass on, so I'm going to keep it going, get it into Grealish. Torres takes a touch to the player's legs, goes to the finesse shot, and the keeper makes a good save. From that position, the finesse shot is kind of unlikely to go in, but you never know. Like I said, you have to have a shot here and there, and I did, and unfortunately the keeper makes a save. Here's some brilliant dribbling from this guy. I did not expect Hazard to wriggle between the two defenders as he did, and we end up conceding after the cutback. Moving on to the next clip here, we play the ball over the top, it gets intercepted, comes out to Kaká, he finds Grealish, Lacroqueta, good touch to get around the defender just to create that space so that he can finesse it into the back of the net, and he does exactly that, and we equalize in this game, and it is 2-2, courtesy of two Jack Grealish finesse shots. Moving on to the next clip, Marcelo sends it through to Bale, this guy's through on goal, he's one-on-one, goes for the shot, and a brilliant tackle from Ruben Diaz. I just had to hope that Hakimi could hold him up long enough, force him out wide, and we were able to do that, and Ruben Diaz throws himself in there and makes a brilliant tackle. Moving on to the next game here, game number 3 of this video. This guy has a pretty good team. It's not a great team, probably about the same standard as mine, if not a little bit lower, but it is still a very good team, and hopefully we can come away with the win. We win the ball back here with Ruben Diaz. It's on the half-hour mark. Grealish gets it into Torres. We're going to keep it going, use his pace. Gomez is going to come across. We're going to cut inside with a brilliant fake shot and smash it into the near post. I just assumed that he was going to slide across with his Gomez at the last second, and he did exactly that to try block the cross-goal shot. So he went for the fake shot to sit his Gomez on the floor, and then we go for the shot from a much easier position. Moving on to the next clip, this guy plays it through. Unfortunately, I just misread it with Diaz and Insigne first time shot into the back of the net. On to the next goal here. This guy looks at the map, tries to play the pass through, and I read it. We could have a good 1-2 here between Alexander-Arnold and Grealish. From that position, again, why not? Just sometimes you gotta go for goal. If you don't shoot, you're never gonna score. So I just cut inside, go for the finesse, and honestly, I'm hoping for the rebound, but his goalkeeper, I think it's Magnon in goals, misses it, and we do end up going 2-1 up in this game. Not much long afterwards though, Di Maria has, this is in the 45th minute, I read that pass, but unfortunately can't make the interception. Henry gets it, goes for goal, and scores. Moving on to the second half then, this guy has over Martinez Quarta, we win it back with Vieira, just read what it's going to do, get it into Jack Grealish. This guy thinks he's going to play the pass to Torres, so he runs across as the defender to block it, so he's chopped back in beyond the defender, then play the pass to Torres. First time driven shot across the goalkeeper and into the back of the net, and we go 3-2 up in this game. In this division, people are going to read what you try to do, they are going to try and predict it, so you got to be a bit creative there. In that situation, for example, I knew he was going to try and block that pass, so I didn't make the pass. I waited for the defender to come in front of me, went to the left of him, then made the pass through to Torres, who has an easy finish on it. Moving on to the fourth game, you guys saw this guy's team. It is a pretty good team. He's got Cordoba, he's got Torres, he's got really good players, so hopefully we can come away with a win. You guys will see there's Cristiano Ronaldo in my team. I did decide to just put him in there instead of Kaká for the extra finishing, like I mentioned I would, and we do. So from the corner, a good counter attack. Like you guys might be thinking, why didn't I just square it to Grealish? Unfortunately, the pass wasn't really on, and Torres, I don't have the faith in him to make that pass, and unfortunately we don't end up making the pass. We do get a corner though, some good dribbling here by Torres, good skill, driven shot into the back of the net, and we do however take the lead. And all that coming because I didn't pass it to Grealish. I would have in that situation had it been any other player, but I don't have the faith in Torres' passing to make that pass from such short court with the defender right in front of him basically, but I do have faith in him to outpace the defender and get past him, so we did exactly that and we were able to go forward and score from the corner. Not much longer though, we win the ball back, heavy touch to get past Alexander-Arnold, still gets a block in, cross it anyway, and Cristiano Ronaldo is at the far post to knock the header down over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. When you play this game, you have to know your players, you have to know what they can and can't do, you have to know who they can and can't outpace, who they can and can't outmuscle, and from where they can score. Here for example, this guy has it with Van Dijk, he knows I'm going to cut inside, so I cut inside for a split second and then I push it back out so that I can get past him, and then I go for the finesse shot. Again, from there, not likely to score, but his keeper in that position is most likely going to push the ball away. He does push the ball away, and Ronaldo is there for another tap-in. On to the next clip here, it is going to be a goal that we concede. He gets the ball here with Al Shirawi. I read the roulette, but I couldn't get across fast enough with Vieira. And this guy takes the shot and scores a pretty good goal, to be honest. Fair play to him. Moving on to the next clip, this is in the second half. From Alisson, we throw it out to Hakimi. Gets it into Walker, back to Hakimi, gets it into Kimpembe. We're going to go forward a little bit, it's not really a pass on. We get the pass into Grealish, Hakimi continues his run. It's a good run from Hakimi, puts the cross into Fernando Torres with a brilliant header into the back of the net. Fantastic goal, brilliant play, and we go 4-1 up in this game. Straight from kick-off though, Vieira wins it back, gets it into Grealish, he finds Alexander-Arnold, gets it into Torres. Like I said, you gotta know your players and you gotta know who you're up against. There, I tried to outpace him with Torres as Timothy's and Alexander-Arnold. He is faster than Torres, and Torres is not going to win that battle for pace. Moving on to the next clip here. Again, from the goalkeeper, we're going to go forward, some quick passing, some brilliant passing. Tiki-taka, Ronaldo gets it, sends it across to Alexander-Arnold at the far post, knocks it back down, because from that position, you are not going to score from the cross. So you've got to play back, and it's basically on the byline. You have players in the box, play it back across, and you will end up scoring. And we do exactly that. Not much longer again, get the ball with Correa, sends it to Ronaldo, goes for the chip shot, it does get blocked, well saved, sorry, but nonetheless an easy tap-in from him to make it 6-1 in this game. So guys, that was the last clip of this video, and now it is time just to talk about the team, the tactics, the formation, why I use it and what I do. So this team, like I said, it's not the best team that you will see in the Elite Division. It's a good team, it's a solid team, and it is a fast team defensively, so because of that I can play a high line and allow more players to get forward. But now with them releasing so many fast centre backs, you can very easily have a fast team. You got Chris Wood as an SBC, he's not very expensive. You can easily grind for him, just get 2 swap tokens, open some fodder packs and go do his SBC if you want. So like I said, it's not that it's my team that works. You gotta know what works for you, you gotta know how to use it, and you gotta know how to play in it. So for example, I mentioned how Fernando Torres is fast, but is not faster than Alexander Arnold. So in that situation, you gotta turn and run back. If there's a player like Jack Grealish is not going to outmuscle Chiellini, you have to try dribble him, or you have to try turn and go back, for example. You just have to know what player you're using, who you're up against, and when to make the pass, if the player that you're using can make the pass or not. Like I did again in that situation with Torres, I wanted to make the pass across to Grealish, couldn't, but I know he's fast, faster than flashback Verratti, so I used his pace, got around him, and we got a corner that we ended up scoring from. So, like I mentioned, I do prefer using the 4-1-2-1-2 because of the variety of options that it provides. Going forward, you can honestly do basically anything. You could play the tiki-taka, you can use the long passes, and that's why I leave it on balanced and fast build-up, so whatever I want to do, I can by triggering the runs, calling them short using R1, or making them run long using L1. It all depends on you. Like I said, whatever team you have, whatever team you use, makes a huge difference in the game, but the way you play and if you know your players, that is honestly the key to playing this game. If you know what your players can do and what your players can't do, that is going to be a huge help. So like I said, I use 4-1-2-1-2 because of the different styles of play, like I mentioned earlier, and you are going to have to, especially in defending, you're going to have to try and determine what the player is going to do. And when you have a chance, when that guy's through on goal, look at the map. You have to use the map. That is a huge difference. Use the map. Look at where his players are running, switch to your defender using the right analog stick instead of the player switch button, which is L1. Use the right analog stick, it's easier, it's more accurate, you can easily switch to whatever player you want to. Switch to that player, whatever player is closest to that gap, cover that gap so that he can't make the pass. That's basically how you defend in the Elite Division, it's how you're supposed to defend. Well, maybe not how you're supposed to defend, it is a bit of a sweaty way to defend, but it is the safest way to defend. Rather than switching to a defender and running out to the guy and leaving the gap open, switch to the defender, jockey into that gap. Once he takes a heavy touch, go to him and crunch him, as I did in one of the situations with Walker. I know Walker's fast, got 99 pace, going to get to the ball first, and it's going to crunch him if he does, and he did exactly that. So yeah, that's how you defend. When it comes down to the shooting, sometimes I know you guys like to do that extra pass meta where you like to get in front of the goals and shoot, but sometimes just shoot and you will get the rebound occasionally, as you saw I did with Ronaldo. Sometimes it will go in, as you saw I scored with Trent. So yeah. With that, I do bring an end to the video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will try and release a few more videos today since footies is coming later, but that is another story for later. So with that being said, smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.